Selling on Poshmark. If you need some tips for selling on Poshmark, this video is for you. Poshmark is my second highest selling platform, so I do know a thing or two about selling on Poshmark. Poshmark gets first place for being one of the easiest platforms to sell on. The shipping is super simple and listing is pretty easy too. You add some photos, make sure they are in square mode. If you have an iPhone, I do have videos over how to put your phone in square mode. If you're an Android user, just Google how to take photos in square mode and there you go. You add some pictures, a description, and you want to make sure you get the color and brand and all that stuff down. They make it pretty user friendly. When it comes to shipping, Poshmark is USPS priority, so everything gets shipped USPS priority. You can even get the boxes free from USPS.com. You can get a whole bunch of different size boxes. They have a bunch of different sizes. I do utilize a few different ones. You can ship your items with those, or you can also use your own boxes too. You do not have to use the ones from USPS. You can use your own. It's whatever you have on hand. Just smart to utilize the free shipping materials that you can. But shipping is super simple. As long as the item is under 5 pounds, you're all good. It does state in their policy that if an item weighs more than 5 pounds, the seller is going to be responsible for the updated shipping label. The extra charge is $4 and up. A bunch of other sellers don't follow this rule. They will put in, a 7-pound item and get away with it. It's only okay until you get caught and you get those extra shipping charges. So take that as you will. The biggest thing about Poshmark is they want you to be active. So you need to be continually on the app, sharing, liking, and all that good stuff. Jumping in on people's lives, buying items off of the platform. All of this activity on the platform looks good to Poshmark and they love it. So just make sure you're being active. I sell all kinds of items on Poshmark. It's not just clothing. It is known for being a platform where clothing is mostly sold, but I've sold houseware, bakeware, toys, vintage items, shoes, you guys. The list goes on. I list everything on Poshmark that I pick up as long as it's under 5 pounds. Now, whenever you are first starting out on Poshmark and you are a beginner, you're going to get hit with a bunch of spam. It's probably one of the biggest downfalls with Poshmark. I've been selling on there for about 3 years now, 3 or 4 years, and I still get a spam message a couple times a week. I either ignore it or I go ahead and I report them. Usually asking you to send them an email or click on a link. Never do anything like that, you guys. If you make a sale, because I think the new one is, they say, oh, we purchased your item, blah, 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 click this link. No. If you have a sale on Poshmark, all you have to do is go into the sales tab, click that, and that will show you all the sales that you have. What you do from there is you're just going to scroll down and press print the label. You put that on your box, and there you go. It is super simple. Again, you guys, it's probably one of the easiest platforms to start with. Now, when it comes to sales, it gets a little tricky. Getting sales on Poshmark, especially when you are a beginner, can be tricky. Poshmark likes whenever a seller is active on the platform. So that means you are liking and sharing other sellers' closets, hopping in on some Posh parties, hopping into some of the Poshmark lives. It likes to see that you are active on the platform. You also want to make sure you are actively sharing items in your closet, especially whenever you are first starting out. The more you're sharing your items, the more they're getting pushed out into other people's feeds. It does get old quick, which is why a lot of people give up on Poshmark just because it's more interactive and it takes a lot more on the seller's part. You just have to be active. I sell all kinds of items on Poshmark. It's not just clothing. When I first started selling on Poshmark, I was always liking and sharing my stuff and other sellers' items. I was sending offers, and then you can also relist your items. So you will end them and relist them, and it'll give them a boost in the algorithm. Now, I have a cross-listing / automation app that does that for me. I don't have to do it. It is a virtual assistant. If you sell on Poshmark, the automation is just chef's kiss. I didn't start seeing a jump in sales or consistency when it came to sales until I got Nifty, which was previously known as Autoposher. They've rebranded and they got the cute little name Nifty, so keep that in mind. They have several different plans. If you just sell on Poshmark and you need the automation, which is where they delist and then relist your items, giving them a boost in the algorithm, it does offer that. It does also share items in your closet. It does community shares, and even better than that, it does send offers for you. So when a buyer likes an item, you can go ahead and have it set up on Nifty to where they will send out a offer, whatever percentage that you want them to send. They will send it to the potential buyer within a few minutes. I have mine set up for, I think, 5 or 10 minutes after somebody interested likes my items. It is currently noon right now, and so far, Nifty has shared over 1,200 of my items. They've relisted 12 and sent out 24 offers. As a beginner seller on Poshmark, you're going to do all this stuff yourself until it makes sense for you to use a tool like this. Make sure you're being active on the platform. You're sharing all the items in your closet. Make sure you're sharing others' closets. Hop in on other people's Posh shows. And of course, you guys, probably one of the most important things is make sure you are sending offers. A lot of my items sell on offers, so that's why I always price higher. So keep that in mind whenever you are listing your items. Make sure you are listing consistently. That goes for any platform that you sell on. It doesn't matter which one it is, you guys. They all like consistent listing. For me, my husband and I do this, so we average about 15 to 20 listings per day. But of course, when you're a beginner, you're not going to have that. Start out with 2 or 3 each day. Work your way up from there. You just want to be consistent.